Hello, everyone. Welcome out to Baldwin Athletic Association and Donald Red Lohr Field for tonight's Friday Night Lights ball game between a top 20 matchup. YBM top 20 matchup, we'll put it that way. Number 11 taking on number 11 Parkway Central taking on number 12 Summit in tonight's ball game. I think it's going to be a dandy. We're going to have some fun here. We talked to the coaches here. We're going to get to some interviews just a moment, but we've got some players here that I think you're going to enjoy watching. We'll get Mitch in here in a few minutes and talk some baseball, but sit back, get ready for a good one, and we're going to start off with our interviews here today. First, from the visitors, Parkway Central, Coach Rogers, the interim head coach. Drew, why don't you go ahead and play that? Hello, everyone. Welcome out to the ballpark. We have with us Parkway Central I forgot the word.
Interim coach.
Interim coach. There it is. Interim head coach Jeff Rogers. Coach, thanks for taking a moment.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. You guys off to a pretty good start. Talk to us a little bit about the ball club. How's it been going?
So it's been a challenging season with our head coach going down. Obviously, that's been a huge thing for us to kind of have to overcome. But we have a really, really strong group of seniors. We have 17 seniors, and so we've really leaned on them, and they've carried us so far. So we've had some ups and downs, but I think we're a pretty capable ball club. You
guys have been working hard at staying pretty consistent year after year. I see you guys at the top. We have you in our YBM. I look at some of the others, but in our rankings this past week, we had you at number 11. I think, it's definitely warranted. You got some dudes having good years. You got Mr. Owen Grader on the mound tonight. What are you expecting from your hurler?
Yeah, so Owen's been really good for us this year. He had a great year as a sophomore. Was really effective, and then he was hurt pretty much all of his junior year, so it's been really nice to have him back. He throws a lot of strikes. He throws 3 pitches for strikes. He can change locations. He can hit his locations, so I anticipate him being all around the zone and being really competitive.
If you got a 3-pitch mix and you're in the zone in high school, you're going to be pretty competitive, aren't you, Coach?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We feel really good with him on the mound.
Talk to us about the offense. You got who's your guys? Who are you looking for to lead this offense tonight?
Yeah, so we have a guy coming back today. He's missed the last couple of games. Sun-Ming Song is back, which is really nice for us. He's been dealing with some ankle pain and a little injury there, so it's really good to get him back. He'll be hitting in the 3-hole, and then we kind of go as the top of our order goes. We kind of go. So we've got a lot of speed up there with Leuterstein, and then Sailors is a really good athlete, and then hopefully they're on base setting the table for Song.
That's the key, right?
Absolutely.
Get on base, get them around.
Yep.
Coach, we're looking forward to this one tonight. Appreciate you taking a few minutes and talking to us about the ball club.
All right, thanks for having me.
Folks, interim head coach, Jeff Rogers.
All right, thanks. Thank you.
We appreciate Coach Rogers taking a moment to talk with us. Parkway Central, the Colts, starting lineup for tonight's game. Leading off, number 22, Jonah Leuterstein, playing center field. In the 2-hole, number 2, Sam Saylor. He's behind the plate. In the 3-hole, Sun-Ming Song, number 24. He's at third base. And in the 4-hole, James Huff, number 25. He is at shortstop. In the 5-hole, Jared Chorlins, number 13. He's at first base. In the 6-hole, number 8, Luke Amesqua. He's the DH. In the 7-hole, number 15, Evan Schnattmeyer. In the 8-hole, number 3, Sam Enlow. He's in left field. And in the 9-hole, number 54, Colin Applebaum. He'll be at second base. So we got a chance to, again, talk with Coach Jason Schneider from Summit. He's out there. You see him doing some infield, outfield. Let's get a quick check at that there, Drew. We're here with Rockwood Summit. Now, we were just talking about this, Coach. I got to say, is it Rockwood Summit or is it just Summit?
Whatever you want to go with. I usually just say Summit.
So most people. Head coach Jason Snyder. Coach, thanks for taking the time.
Hey, no problem. I really appreciate you guys doing this kind of stuff. I mean, it says a lot about the interest in the game and the level of competition that we have in the St. Louis area, and I really appreciate you guys doing this.
I think there's a lot of high-quality baseball in this area throughout the state.
Absolutely.
I think Missouri has really taken a big step forward,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it shows.
Absolutely. I mean, I was literally just talking about this the other day. I noticed one of the games. I think there's so much parity,
Yeah.
but that's not a negative at all. Like, I think it says so much about the level of talent and the amount of talent that's in St. Louis. I'm watching some of these, top-ranked teams in the state, and they have, some of them have, 5, 6, 7 losses, and it doesn't say anything about them being a bad team. I think it says how incredibly deep the pool of talent is in St. Louis and around the state. So there's a lot of teams that can beat anybody.
And that it's a great point. We talk about that on the show. Kevin Mulder is part of our show. From PBR, and he talks about that, how much parity. 1, 2, 5, 6 losses. He said you're still a really good. It's a great point, Coach.
Yeah, there is. There's just so many great teams out there now. You still have your premier programs out there, and they do it well, every single year. But there's so many other schools out there that are doing a lot of great things, and they got great talent going through their doors, and those coaches are doing a great job with it.
It's like tonight. This is one of the things, and I thought this going in when we saw this matchup and wanted to put it on the program. I do rankings every week.
Mm-hmm.
I got you. This is number 11 versus number 12 in the YBM rankings. So
okay, all right.
I'm looking forward to this one.
Well, I appreciate it. I mean, I've been looking forward to it all week. It's one of those where you constantly are telling kids, you're like, hey, it's one game at a time. We got a big one on Friday, but we got a game on Monday. We got a game on Wednesday, but we got a big one on Friday. So it's Parkway Central is a great program, and Coach Davis and then Coach Rogers that's helping fill in a little bit.
Yeah.
And they always do a great job, and they're class acts, so it's always a fun game.
So, Coach, we got going on the mound Wyatt Schneider.
Mm-hmm.
Any relation?
It is. It's my son.
I figured.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's all right.
Talk to us about your hurler. What are we expecting?
Well, hopefully he comes out and he's ready to pitch again. He had a little bit of a rough start to the year. Figured out a couple things with his mechanics, and then came back last week and had a really nice ball game. And I'm hoping that kind of turned the corner for him. He's a guy that was he's a sophomore last year. He actually pitched against these guys in the district championship, and he did a great job competing well. And so I'm really hoping to see a little bit of the same today.
There you go. Offensively, who's leading the way for you guys?
We got a few guys. Tyler Metz has been doing a great job. He's a senior. He's been getting on base a ton. I mean, I think he broke our career hit by pitch record. So he finds ways to get on base, whether it be roping barrels and hitting singles and doubles. And he's a phenomenal athlete. He's going to Emporia State next year.
Oh yeah.
Jackson Miller, who's always a threat to go ahead and put one over the fence. He's done a great job being our DH this year. And then Wyatt Schneider's done a good job as well. He's finding ways to go ahead and barrel the baseball up, which is always good. So, I think the top of the lineup is doing pretty well. We got a few guys that are really finding ways to go ahead and hit the baseball well.
Very good. Coach, we're looking forward to the game tonight. We thank you for stopping by, giving us a little bit of your time today.
Hey, I can't tell you enough. I really appreciate you guys coming on out here, and hopefully we'll give you a good show out here tonight between Central and Summit.
Look forward to it.
Thank you very much.
Head coach Jason Snyder, folks.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
We appreciate Coach Schneider taking the time to talk with us here for the number 12, YBM number 12, Summit Falcons. Leading off, playing center field, Tyler Metz. In the 2-hole, playing shortstop, number 28, Caden Dingus. In the 3-hole, and the pitcher for today's contest, Wyatt Schneider. In the 4-hole, the DH, number 29, Jackson Miller. In the 5-hole, the right fielder, Gabe Sieve. I believe I'm saying that right. I thought I should ask Coach on that one. My fault. Number 6. In the 6th hole, playing first base, Blake Bell, number 22. In the 7th hole, playing third base, number 11, Logan Darnell. In the 8th hole, behind the plate, Blaine Branscombe, number 17. In the 9th hole, playing left field, number 24, Holden Strain. And that is the lineup for these Summit Falcons, who are part of, and I'm going to bring on my broadcast partner here, Mitch Thomas. Mitch, we're looking, this St. Louis Suburban Conference, they're in the yellow pool, Summit Falcons, which is no cakewalk with Eureka being at the top at 4-2, but Summit's right behind them with a 12-6 record and a 4-2 record in conference.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. Some of these schools were in the Suburban somethings. I think back when I played, it was the Suburban South. So I'm familiar with playing against these area schools. But since I moved out to St. Charles County, I haven't been able to watch them since. So I'm really excited about seeing these two teams tonight.
I had to move my computer here, Mitch, so I don't look in the other way while I'm talking to you. That's kind of rude.
I've had worse happen to me.
So, but on the other side of this, the number 11 Parkway Central Colts, they're in the red pool of the St. Louis Suburban with Parkway South, Seckman, Webster Groves. Parkway Central's 12-5. They're 2-1 in conference. With Parkway South being 3-1, Seckman 3-0. This is no cakewalk conference either, man.
Yeah, I used to think that the GACs were the only thing around until I got involved with YBM. And the next thing I know, I realized there's a bunch of teams outside of St. Charles County that are pretty darn good, whether we're in Springfield, Columbia, Kansas City, and obviously in St. Louis. There's a lot of talent going on in the state of Missouri right now.
There is, and I'm looking forward to this one tonight. I have these two teams ranked in our YBM top 20, Parkway Central coming in at number 11. I had Summit up in the top 10. They had a tough streak. Lost a few games. Maybe I shouldn't have, but, happens, right? Happens. But they were in that Midwest Classic losing to, I believe, West. That kind of knocked them out of the running for this the championship. I believe it was West they lost. You know what? Ain't no sense guessing, Mitch.
When you got the schedule at a click of a button?
Shoot, it's
at a
right
few
here.
Clicks of a button?
Right? That's the way we roll around here, I'll tell you. Actually, it was CBC they lost to there, and then Lafayette. So those were two tough losses right there. CBC maybe.
If there's such thing as a good loss, those are two good losses right there against CBC and then Lafayette. I mean, those are two
Absolutely.
top teams in the area. They always have been. So it's a tough loss, but it's a good loss if there's such a thing.
Right. And this is what you fall into here. But they've had a little rough, but Summit's won their last 3, beating Marquette twice and then Chaminade. So they split with Kirkwood, and but their 3 losses in a row there, Mitch, were Eureka, Seckman, and Parkway South. So Summit's playing. It's not like they're playing chump change.
Yeah, and again, just experiencing these games now, whether I'm watching them or participating in them on this side, I'm starting to see that just overall there's a ton of talent. It seems like maybe some of the schools have more of it, and I think it's deeper. But again, I've been looking forward to this since you sent me the schedule for our games this year, and I kind of marked it because this is perennially 2 very good teams.
And you got Parkway Central on the other side of this. They had won They've won 5 out of their last 6, with their only loss being to Francis Howell. Okay? But wins against Northwest Cedar Hill, St. Charles, the St. Louis Patriots, and Oakville. Oakville's got, they got a big arm there. Oakville's a solid team.
The Patriots are a solid team.
Yeah.
I know a few years ago they weren't.
Homeschool.
Yeah, they're a homeschooled group, but they got a couple of young men, and they've beat some very good teams this year.
Yes, they have.
So that's not one that you used to be able to look at it and go, okay, that's an easy win. I can start a kid that's young or something, get them experience, but not anymore. That Patriots team's doing good things.
Yeah, they're solid. We'll try and get the names here of the Blues for tonight's matchup as well. I always like to give some love to the Blues, right?
Always.
They work hard.
Yeah, they work hard.
So we'll get that going here. We got the mound visit at the mound, the handshakes, and we're going to probably get the national anthem here shortly. But we're looking at a really good matchup here tonight. We're excited about it and having some fun with it, Mitch.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this matchup. Parkway Central's senior heavy. We talked the other day with the program having 13 seniors. I think it was Forza Maldiz had 13. Somebody that we just had 13 seniors, and I'm looking down the roster for Parkway Central, and it's senior, and that leads to some good opportunities.
Exactly.
For your team come playoff time because of experience.
So we've got on the mound for Summit is Wyatt Schneider. He's a junior. And yes, we did get that from Coach. He is the son of head coach Jason Schneider. And then opposite of him, it's terrible, Mitch, because I didn't pull the pitcher off the card here for
Parkway Central.
I didn't write his name down. It's Owen Grader.
I like that. What's interesting about this matchup
Did you hear Mitt?
No.
Did you hear Drew over there?
No.
He said he better shred. Pun intended, right?
It's for the greater good.
Oh, we got it going now.
Already.
We got it going.
Already. What's interesting about the two pitchers is both of them have quite a few innings on the year. Owen has about 23 innings on the year for them. And then Wyatt, he's got himself almost 12 innings pitched this year. And for a non-conference matchup, that's some good pitching going on.
As you put that non-conference, but one thing that's about this is a district matchup.
Yeah. I think they're about to do the national anthem.
All right.
tune. I love that tune.
Yeah, I played that a few times in marching band myself.
I've marched. Right from the rock house to the ball field. I have never been in band. Can't keep a tune. I did try to play musical instruments when I couldn't play baseball anymore. Realized I was way better at baseball than it was trying to make my fingers bleed on the bass guitar.
Summit in the black jerseys, trimmed in white. Parkway Central with the red jerseys and the white numbers with the black lettering. We got it going on. Got some music happening, some hippie drug culture music in the background.
Oh, you. Doot, doot.
There you go.
They should be bleeding.
And so here we go. Leading off for Parkway Central, Loiterstein.
Leading off tonight for the Parkway Central Colts, the center fielder, number 22, Jonah Loiterstein. He is definitely your table starter, or your setter, for Parkway Central. He's got 19 runs scored. He's got 21 hits on the season, but he's hitting over 400, got an OBP over 500. This young man does it all for Parkway Central.
From the left side, first pitch, 7:07, fouled back out of play.
Run away, first pitch at 7:07.
Dang.
We got it first.
Public address announcer.
We got it first, though. This young man's got some wheels.
Good atmosphere out here at the ballpark. Fouled back 0-2 to Loiterstein.
Summit's third baseman was playing in there, expecting a bunt because he's got 21 steals on the year for Parkway Central. This young man does.
Coach Rogers alluded to his speed in the pregame interview. Fastball away. 1-2. I love this vantage point right here, Mitch. Right?
All except for the I-beam.
Yeah.
It's right between us. A good curveball.
Grounder, foul on the first base side. 1-2. We'll do it again. Because that's the way we roll. Well, it's actually what we have to do. It's part of the rules.
What if they start adapting the slow pitch rules? 2 foul balls and you're out.
Oh, no. 2-2.
Makes it more
might,
fun,
though,
right?
With the way they talk about speeding up the game.
Makes it more kid-friendly.
There go. Oh, foul tip. Nice job by the catcher hanging on there. Out number 1.
Throw it around, young man.
Had a little mustard on that, didn't he?
He come out fired up. That's number 17, Blaine Branscombe. That's what I'm going with.
Yes, behind the plate,
yep.
yes. Branscombe.
For Summit.
Yes, sir. And there we got the technology again, the earpiece, the comms working here for these catchers.
Yeah, I was asking Chase Lassiter about that the other day. He likes it for the pace of play of the game.
Yeah, I heard him. Yes.
Yep. And he also brought it up that his head coach is a former catcher, so it's easy for him just to focus on blocking baseballs and throwing runners out.
Absolutely. Ball 1 to Sam Saylor, the catcher for Parkway Central. Fouls that straight back. See, Mitch, that's the one I could catch with my teeth.
That's the
It
one
was
you
right
want to
there.
use your hand, though, or a cap. I really cannot do the play-by-play. I need you to
1-1 to
not
Saylor.
lose those, because if you get hit in the teeth, you're going on to the doctor.
2-1.
Sammy's hitting 351 on the year, and he's just another one of those guys that between the leadoff and the two hitter here, they got over 30 runs scored between the two of them. It's a pretty good combination, if you ask me.
He had that fastball pretty dialed in right there, Mitch.
Yeah, I like the run on his pitch a little bit.
Curveball stays up. 3-2. One thing I've always seen about these Parkway Central teams is they can hit. They always got guys that can hit.
They typically can, and you look up and down their numbers, they can do it. Or they do that, or they take a bunch of walks. And coming into the season this year, they have 90 free bases this year on just taking walks. And I think that's a lot in just 17 games.
Absolutely. Seung-min Song, number 24, third baseman. And it's interesting because Coach Rogers said he's been dealing with an ankle injury. He missed the last 2 games for this team, so I'm sure they're glad to have him back.
Yeah, based on what he provides. I mean, he's getting on base at a clip over 500, and he leads the team in RBIs with 15.
Saylor away from first. Curveball. That's a much better curveball here from Wyatt Schneider. If he can throw that for a strike today, that'll be hard to. Fastball up in the zone, and it was a snap throw. Safe. Made that a little close, didn't he?
He's got a good arm. We've been fortunate enough to see some good catchers lately.
Oh, and 2, still the song. Another throw over. Saylor back in. 1 out, 1 on. Song 0 and 2 here with Huff on deck. Tried to get him chase up top. Couldn't do it. You know, here you have number 25. Usually, it's interesting. You see a Song in the batter's box here. Huff, athletic-looking player. Doesn't look just like a big kid, right?
Yeah.
You see the number 4 here is usually a big, huge dude, right?
Yep. Like they could flip-flop a little bit. Because this young man at the plate right now is got some size.
Yes.
Another deep count for Parkway Central hitters.
2 and 2. See if Saylor goes here. No, he doesn't. Curveball stays up.
You need to just finish that pitch off, and I think once he starts to get that bite back into that pitch. But these are these situations that before I go to that, it's 3-2. You throw a 2-2 curveball. You almost got to throw it 2 times in a row.
Fastball.
Heater. Back pick.
Wow. Got him on the fast. That was a challenge pitch, Mitch.
Oh yeah, I mean you don't want to walk him and have 2 runners on, runner in scoring position, led to walks.
I love that. Here, if you can beat me, go ahead.
He just reared back and sent it.
2 outs now. Saylor's still at first, and we have James Huff at the plate. Throw over, back in.
I keep looking down the stats lines and looking at these on base percentages, and another young man with something getting on over 500.
Wow.
On base over 50% of the time. I keep looking at him like, man, the 1 hitter, 2 hitter, 3 hitter, 4 hitter. And what's interesting about this group is they don't have a lot of extra base hits.
Really?
Yeah, they only have 14 doubles on the season and 4 triples. Everything else has been singles, walks.
Runner goes.
Right here.
The throw down.
He gone.
Oh, what a throw by the catcher, Branscombe.
He walked that one off. He threw the baseball, started walking back to the dugout. That was a throw.
So the runner cut down. We're going to the bottom of the first inning. Parkway Central 0, Summit coming up. Guys, talk to us about legacy. What has it been? How has it helped you continue to grow as players?
It's been really good. Practices are very structured. And the facility's really nice. We can get in there and get swings whenever we need, and it's overall pretty nice.
Legacy Performance Academy is a unique sports facility that encompasses strength training, speed and agility training, pitching lessons, hitting lessons, fielding and catcher training, a recovery room with focus on injury prevention, and youth developmental and elite high school baseball teams. Contact Legacy Performance Academy at 636-579-7346, located at 633 Goddard Avenue in Chesterfield, Missouri.
We're back. I was getting yelled at. Sorry, I was looking down doing math. doing math stuff. Man, what a throw. That young man just ended the inning right there on basically threw it and started walking off to the dugout. He knew that he had it. And that's something that if I'm Parkway Central with some of the wheels that they got on the team, he might have just shut down the run game. That was a heck of a throw by that young man from Summit. He's only got 18 plate appearances on the season, Brian, and I'm not sure if that young man's been hurt or not, but I mean, he's a guy that's got some time behind the dish, light hitter, but he's got a cannon for an arm and is a heck of a job behind the dish.
Absolutely. What I love to watch a good catcher who can control a running game, knock it down, that, erasing opportunities to score runs. You could see, Coach, for Parkway Central, it's like, you know what? I want to see if I can move him over, maybe put a little more pressure on Summit here. And your catcher said, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, he's going to shut that down.
I love that. Tyler Metz at the top of this lineup, the center fielder, speed again.
Another guy, 15 stolen bases on the year, another on-base percentage over, getting on over 50% of the time. What I like, he's got 73 plate appearances on the year, 21 runs scored for Summit.
Wow, that's a lot of runs. That's good run production. Line drive right at the shortstop. One pitch, one out. There you go, young man.
You like that?
I love that. Touch the bag. I love that. That's my kind of dude. Hey, it's your God-given right to touch first base.
Yeah, go ahead. It helps you recover after you just barrel a baseball. You could tell right off. Yeah, you could tell right off the bat that Summit's going after him. I mean, he's thrown 2 pitches and they swung at both first pitches.
So we got the lefty, Owen Grader. Curveball, grounder to third base, song up, big strong arm.
Love that.
That's 3 pitches, Mitch.
Yeah, what I liked about that was that throw across the diamond. We talked about it the other night, I think, when Kilker was playing first base for St. Charles West, using the height to go up, not out, for a ball that's thrown high on you. I really like that.
Now we got Wyatt Schneider, the pitcher. We're rolling through this, Mitch.
Maybe we'll get out of here before 9 again. Maybe. It seems like the night games have been good to us this last week.
Grader has his business face on right here. Woo! Inside.
Never really want to do that to the opposing pitcher.
Ball 1. 1-1, 2 outs. Schneider, the pitcher, hitting in the 3-hole.
Snyder on the year at the dish is hitting over 360. It's obviously one of those kids that relied on, leads the team in hits with 21. He's got 5 extra base hits for his team.
That ball is in the gap. On it is the center fielder, Leuterstein, who makes the catch. And a quick 1-2-3 for Central. We're going to the top of the second inning with the score 0-0.
What better feeling than watching your son or daughter pitch their best game, catch the game-winning out, or crush a stand-up double? That comes with talent and long hours of hard work that got them there. That's exactly where Legacy Performance Academy comes in, matching the hours of work, drive, and dedication to help your athlete build a legacy that lasts. Contact Legacy Performance Academy at 636-579-7346, located at 633 Goddard Avenue out of Chesterfield, Missouri.
Keep the scores rolling. We had a couple GAC games, makeup games today. Fort Zumwalt West versus Timberland at Fort Zumwalt West. Fort Zumwalt West was able to hold on with Timberland threatening in the top of the 7th. They were down 4-1, able to come back and make it 4-3. Carson Ramos, bases loaded, base hit. But Rupp started that game for Fort Zumwalt West, and took him all the way to 107 pitches. So he pitched a lot for Zoma West today.
All right, James Huff will get back in the box here for Parkway Central as Saylor was thrown out, caught stealing in the previous inning. So, hey, you get your at-bat back. That's nice sometimes, right?
Get to start over. I mean, he did have a ball on him, I think, though.
He did, and he has ball one here.
We're even. You could see him trying to get him in moving position. He was one of your RBI leaders for your team.
Swing and a miss. Strike one. 1-1. Got some scores here early on a Friday. That's a strike. Mitch, you got a Webster Groves winning over Northwest Cedar Hill, 5-3. That's a good win.
Yeah, Northwest always competes.
And that's strike three, looking on the outer half of that, and Huff goes down.
I mean, you could pretty much – he's walking back to the dugout shaking his head, but you know what? At the end of the day, he threw all four heaters outside corner. Made that adjustment, got the one swing and just paint. Sometimes you got to tip your cap. That was good. That was a good sequence.
Number 13, Jared Chorlins pops up, foul, third base side, and it's going to get out of play.
It's such a big park.
Chorlin's the first baseman. It is a big park. And we're going to see this Webster Groves team next week. They're a Class 5 school going up to play Oakville. And any scores you want to look at there, Mitch, you go right ahead. There's that West Slough.
Yep, another
Parkway
good matchup.
West. Swing and a miss, strike one.
That Parkway West game, too, I'm sure they've had their little ups and downs, but at the end of the day, they come back in here and competed well with Slough with a 4-3 win.
Excuse me, folks, that was a second strike. It's 1-2 now. Yeah, 4-3. And, Parkway West, this is the same district here that we're talking about with Central and Summit here. Ground ball, foul. So it's always good to see these scores here, Mitch, as they roll in. We're not going to see all of them yet because it's still, early on a Friday evening. But I know you're looking at Game Changer, aren't you?
I do. I pick them up for obvious reasons.
Swing and a miss, and another strikeout for Schneider. That is now his fourth K in 5 batters.
Yeah, he averages over a K an inning and almost 2 Ks. Not almost 2 Ks, but he's got 15 Ks with 11 innings pitched going into today.
Mercy.
So just a little over a K an inning. He's obviously showing that ability here. He's got a good off-speed pitch. He just doesn't have that feel. Yeah, he doesn't have a feel for it right now.
It's hit and miss, right? Fastball.
That is not.
No.
I'm going to tell you right now, if they're not paying attention and talking to each other in the dugout, it's going to be a long day for Parkway Central. He is living on that corner, and they're not making an adjustment.
Ground ball, third baseman, up with it, throws across. For the final out, a 1-2-3 for Schneider. We're going to the bottom of the second inning, score 0-0. Guys, talk to us about legacy. What has it been? How has it helped you continue to grow as players?
I feel like they've been helping my knowledge in baseball advance from where it was last year and helping me know my swing and know my mechanics better than I could anywhere else.
Legacy Performance Academy is a unique sports facility that encompasses strength training, speed and agility training, pitching lessons, hitting lessons, fielding and catcher training, a recovery room with focus on injury prevention, and youth developmental and elite high school baseball teams. Contact Legacy Performance Academy at 636-579-7346, located at 633 Goddard Avenue in Chesterfield, Missouri.
Kind of touch base on some scores around this state. You had Holt beat St. Charles 15-0. Scroll back down there, sir, for me so I can see that. Union, which I think is one of the coolest logos because it reminds me of the U, Miami University, or University of Miami. They put it to Stockton today, 9-0.
And Mitch, that Union team is 15-5.
Yep.
We have them ranked in the YBM rankings, I believe, coming in at number 10 number 10 this week. They're playing well.
These are guys that I hopefully down the road, it's district play, we can kind of see some matchups and get a chance to watch them.
Union's in that district there with Parkway West. No, that's District 3. I'm sorry, they're in District 5. So, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Could be a number 1 seed there.
There's a lot of good teams, man.
I'm telling you. Leading off is the DH, number 29, Jackson Miller for Summit. And a ground line shot. Oh, just under the shortstop's glove. That ball was a missile.
It was a missile. I looked at some defensive stats today, and that young man obviously that just got done hitting for Summit. He's got some good numbers, got some good pop, so he can swing it. But I was noticing some defensive stuff today from Parkway Central. They've committed 32 errors to this game.
So you would go with an E on that one, Mitch?
Yeah, I would anyways, but they have made some mistakes. They've given up some free bases this year. But one thing I also noticed, they got 28 double plays.
There you go. Gabe Sieve, number 4 now, at the plate, strike 1. I gave him a hit. I thought that was a pretty good missile shot there, Mitch.
In high school, I could see it being given.
Right.
If it's maybe better.
I see what you're saying, though.
He didn't move much. It was hit right at him. He might have got afraid, but I'm not sure that's dirt.
1-1. And another ground ball at the shortstop, bobbles it, and so a tough couple plays for the shortstop, James Huff, for Parkway Central, and the bobble and then the throwing error, first and second now. The official score out there, that's an E6. I should have looked up there on the other one. I didn't. We'll do that from now on. We'll get the official one.
We can call it what you want. That one's definitely an error.
So we got 2 on, nobody out. Tough spot here for Grader. Had a clean first inning.
Right back in there, too. You've seen the difference between the attack of each staff. Parkway Central is attacking in on Summit. He doesn't throw hard, but he is not leaving that pitch in the middle of the plate.
Blake Bell, the first baseman, number 22, at the plate. Takes strike 2 on the inside corner.
Blake's got some pop. He's got one of the 2 home runs for Summit on the year. Let's see if he can make Parkway Central pay here. Ball in the gap.
And this is a big park, Mitch.
It is to the gaps.
Yeah. Well, swing and a miss. And that's a big-time K right there to get the out for Grader. He needed that.
He did, and he didn't seem like he was fazed by the mistakes that were up the middle there. Just come right back, give me the ball, and I'll just execute my pitches. You like to see that. It's a bulldog out of your, one of your top pitchers.
Logan Darnell, the third baseman, made a nice play in the last inning. He's got the plate now with 2 on. Opportunities. Daylight play. Oh, goes into center field. Nice job. Always love to see the center fielder hustling.
Doing its job. It's funny that you say how big of a park this is. And when I played, we got to swing the -5s in high school. So this park didn't play that big back when I played here in high school.
Well, 321 down the line, 336.
It didn't play that big when we were in high school.
400 to center. Good curveball from Grader.
I've seen guys like Ryan Howard park baseballs in the top of the trees and over the lights here.
Well, yeah. It's Ryan Howard.
Well, Philly's Ryan Howard.
Yes. Ground ball to the first baseman. Steps on the bag. Gets the out. Runners advance. I'd like to see him maybe take a look at first or at second base for the double play, right?
Yeah, absolutely. This is why I'm a big believer of making sure we pre-pitch and know who we're defending. That was a slower runner. He probably had the opportunity. And plus, even if he doesn't even get the out here at first base and it's first and third,
right.
He's got a base hit scores 2 here.
Blake Branscombe, the catcher, already has credit to his name in today's game. Caught stealing, throwing out Saylor in the first inning.
He doesn't have much offensive numbers on the year. That's why I was curious if maybe he was dealing with some injuries early. Because with an arm like that, you would think that he'd get some regular playing time because he looks good behind the dish.
1-1 to Branscombe. That gets away from the catcher.
It hit him.
And it's,
it didn't hit him.
It hit him? No.
No, it didn't.
Okay, Blue let the play go. And the Blue out there, that's a good call. It hit. You're right, Mitch. It hit him.
Yeah, I thought it did, and they let everything play out, which I'm not sure if that's right or wrong. I like it as a coach.
Because what you have is the Blue behind the plate didn't see it, which is his call. So it's right to let the play. He called time, looked at his partner. His partner said, hit him.
Yep.
And so that's where we go.
Love that.
So it's good umpiring. And looks like you got a couple of veteran guys out here.
Remember, everybody in Misha's veteran. There's some young guys out there.
So base is full of Falcons, and we got 2 outs. And Holden Strain, the left fielder, the number 9 hitter, takes strike 1.
What do you call multiple Falcons? Is that a gaggle like it is for like
a gaggle? Yeah. A flock.
A flock?
A flock of
Falcons? Man, that's tough to say. You got to be careful with how you say that one. Woo.
I'm not phonetically challenged.
You got me on that yesterday or Wednesday. That one threw me for a loop. You hit me with the hooked on phonics, and I completely understood.
Oh, there we go. Popped, foul down the third baseline, out of play. 1-2. Here we go. Grader, pitching some stressful throws here in this bottom of the second inning. 1 error, 1 hit. I was correct, Mitch. They gave him a hit too. And a little bloop. Second baseman comes up with the catch. Heck of a play by number 54, Colin Applebaum. We're going to the top of the third inning. Score 0-0.
What better feeling than watching your son or daughter pitch their best game, catch the game-winning out, or crush a stand-up double? That comes with talent and long hours of hard work that got them there. That's exactly where Legacy Performance Academy comes in, matching the hours of work, drive, and dedication to help your athlete build a legacy that lasts. Contact Legacy Performance Academy at 636-579-7346, located at 633 Goddard Avenue in Chesterfield, Missouri.
Well, his defense got himself into some trouble, and that young man was able to pitch out of that trouble. I thought for a second there they might get unlucky with that ball getting down. It was not going to be a play anywhere, but that young man that made that play is a freshman for Parkway Central, and he's the youngest on his team of mostly seniors.
We got bottom 3 of this order for Parkway Central, Mitch. Evan Schnattmeyer, Sam Enlow, and Colin Applebaum. So he's got that runner off the base paths in the first. So Wyatt Schneider is I hate to use the term cruising. I always like
definitely in the top
rolling.
Of the yeah.
Woo! Schnattmeyer was woo.
Yep. And maybe that's why he didn't throw that pitch in there and he lives outside.
Man, because Schnatmeyer turned on that quick.
Oh, that looked pretty good.
That did look pretty good from here.
That actually, I'm shocked that he didn't swing. I'm not
I
gonna
am
lie.
too, because that was bell tie.
Yeah.
It looked bell tie to us.
I'm
Maybe
pretty
a
sure
little bit above it, but curveball. There it is.
I like that. I like that sequence there. Good call by Coach. He's got the earpiece in, so I'm assuming he got that up from his coach.
So where is, this order, the bottom of this order, how are they looking production-wise?
This is the part where Parkway Central can struggle a little bit. This young man has only got 25 plate appearances on the season, hitting 250 for him. Not many RBI opportunities.
Oh, tied him up on the inside, Mitch, and gets another strikeout.
That was set up, I think, by that outside fastball that he missed. It was in the other batter's box, but great fastball come back, and he's looking. I think he was trying to make the adjustment because he's been living outside.
Yes.
And 2 times he came inside with that fastball. One he put foul, and that one he just tied him up, K'd him.
Sam Inlow, the left fielder, turns to bunt, pops it up, and they're going to let it go foul. Good job by knowing you're not going to get him there. Let it go foul, and it did.
This is another one of Parkway Central guys that, looking at numbers, he's got less than 25 plate appearances on the season, so he might be a guy that had been injured or just, given some opportunities to, or he splits time with somebody. Doesn't have much, as many plate appearances as the other guys, but he's hitting 250, getting on base. It's almost 380 clip.
A little bunt back to Schneider. Comes up. Field your position, young man. Out number 2.
It seems to be his MO. He's got some sacrifice bunts on the season, too, on those plate appearances. So that might be his thing. Every team needs one of those guys.
Here's Applebaum, who just dove and made that catch.
Yeah, this is this is a freshman for Parkway Central. He's the youngest here today on both teams. And he's got a brother that's on a team that I think's a PO, but he's hitting 294. He's a regular everyday player for him.
Pops it up, shallow left field. Left fielder coming under it, makes the catch.
Big charge. Love it.
That's another 1-2-3 here for Schneider. We're going to the bottom of the third inning, score 0-0. Guys, talk to us about legacy. What has it been? How has it helped you continue to grow as players?
It's helped me a lot coming from a AA team. So 2 years ago, it's really helped me a lot and grow and just know my knowledge.
Legacy Performance Academy is a unique sports facility that encompasses strength training, speed and agility training, pitching lessons, hitting lessons, fielding and catcher training, a recovery room with focus on injury prevention, and youth developmental and elite high school baseball teams. Contact Legacy Performance Academy at 636-579-7346, located at 633 Goddard Avenue in Chesterfield, Missouri.
Checking some scores around the state. I was looking at a matchup today in Chaffee. Chaffee, a Class 2 school, went up against Sykeston, a Class 5 school. Chaffee's 15-3 on this year, and Sykeston 1-13. Sykeston put it to Chaffee today, 14-2. I feel like that is maybe an upset.
I would agree.
Based on knowing some of the skill set of these schools down there.
Mitch, we're back to the top of the order here with Tyler Metz in this third inning. He softly lined out to the shortstop in the first inning.
Yeah,
I think if the catcher catches that, he gets a strike.
Sometimes when I've made those mistakes, I look back and I say, would I have gotten that if I'd have squeezed it? He's like, I'm better than that. Way to come right back.
1-1.
He is definitely their biggest speed threat for Summit with 15 stolen bases on the year. The closest is 9, and after that it's like 2. So they don't run much.
Grader is living on his off speed.
Yeah,
and he looks like he's just throwing the fastball just to keep guys off balance.
Yeah, in the first inning, and at least the first few batters, he challenged fastball early. Because you remember, the first time up, he swung at the first pitch. So he hasn't yet to see the off speed. It looks like he's mixing the spin on it, too. So throwing a little hard slider, maybe one a little bit slower. He's giving 2 pitches in one, if you will. You see that a lot these days, varying speeds and offs in the curveball and slider.
It's going full here, Mitch.
It's like slow, slower, and slowest, right?
Yeah, 3-2. You know, and with this young man, he doesn't look like he has an overpowering fastball. You got to learn how to construct outs. How do you get guys out?
And that's, you know, you hear that a lot. Like, you know, the final year of Albert Pujols and Molina, that year, Waino was really good for us, and he had talked about constructing outs. And then, his last year was not so great, the great start towards the end of the year, and he said that's what he did is he just refocused on how to construct an out.
Yeah.
Instead of just trying to, throw the ball here or there, he's like, how do I get outs? I ain't got that stuff anymore.
So we have Caden Dingus, the shortstop, takes strike one. So you got the speed. It'll be interesting to see where he takes off. Coaches get flashing the signs over here. So the lefty, see what kind of move he has. Not a big lead over there, Mitch. And he goes on the curveball, the throw down, and he is out. That is 2 we've seen. That throw was on the money.
I tell you what, the one thing that I've noticed about these 2 catchers, they put it on the bag.
Right?
You know, everybody worries about the pop time exchange of footwork and stuff, and they're trying to sub 2-0. These guys get out there, great exchange, great footwork, and put it right on the bag.
Absolutely. So a high chopper, Applebaum up, and he can't make that. Boy, that's some speed right there. So the infield single now after Metz was cut down at second base.
Yeah, Dingus is also the second on the team in stolen bases with the 9. And so you could see that what they're trying to do at the top of the lineup, but also those 2 score a lot of runs because of the next couple guys behind them.
Schneider, who hit the ball hard, reached on the air. Excuse me, didn't reach on an air. He lined out to the center fielder. I can't read my own writing, Mitch. Takes another big hack, fouls that out of play.
If I'm Summit here, I'm trying to basically time first move, so run the timing play on the base running, the walking lead, if you will, and just kind of get a feel for his mechanics. That's good. That's gamesmanship right there. He had been pretty routine on coming set and a pause for about a second and going. I know that he picked off the one before, but right there you saw that was just a hold. He had never had any intentions to pitch.
I agree. And that's when you get cement feet. Nice job by the catcher, Saylor. Both catchers have done an excellent job. I like both these young men. They got control of the game. Both have a caught stealing thrown out. Good pitching.
He's going.
Oh.
He was. You see him leaning?
Yeah.
You see him leaning, though? I don't know what he's jumping for. If he's stealing, it's a first move thing anyways. Like, just go.
It shows you that he doesn't, and these are young guys. Getting those reads, it isn't as easy as you think.
I think I can't tell if the cameras can see.
It's 3-1 here.
The first base runner.
Sorry.
Do we have cameras that are on the first baseman?
We do.
We do.
I don't know if they got it on there right now. We're probably focused on the pitcher and catcher right here, but we could probably get that. And that's ball 4. So Grader, Dingus does a nice job kind of getting greater out of his rhythm there.
Yeah, that's what I felt like it was happening. The pause, I think, was from the dugout. I think that came from them because after that, it was pretty routine. He'd come set and he'd, one go. And then he had him, though. He had him leaning.
Yeah.
I think if you you got to commit to it. When you got that kind of speed and you got a lefty on and you're going to do the walking lead, just go for it.
Jackson Miller, the DH, takes strike one, who singled his first time at bat. This is a big spot with the guy with the bat, Mitch.
Yeah, he didn't like that call. If I'm the pitcher here, I'm going right back. Just let's throw another wrinkle up there. And I bet he's thrown about 80% wrinkles in this inning.
Yeah, he hasn't been able to get the fastball by him.
Good step off. That's good step off. He recognized that he left his guy hanging, and he was playing the bag, and just stepped off. That was good.
Has Miller a little frustrated there. You could kind of see, like, oh, man. These are high leverage situations. 1-1, and this is who can handle this mentally the best, especially when you're talking about 17-year-old kids. Fastball up, 2-1. Who will break first?
Well, I think if I'm the hitter right now, I am dead red fastball. If he throws off speed, I'm probably going to spit on it unless it's up in the zone. That was it. There's nothing else that you're looking for other than that right there. That's a ball that he's got to put a swing on. Because now as a pitcher, you have all options. You can change up, curveball. You go back to the heater up and in.
2-2. It looked like another fastball up.
It was. And these are the things on like how routine sequences can be. It's like when you throw that fastball there, now he's like, oh, I just fouled that off. Well, do you throw slider again? And you almost, when you throw that 2-2 pitch, you almost have to back it up twice with the same pitch, same style of pitch, not location. It's like off speed here. You set up outside.
Ground ball to Applebaum. Gets the lead runner, and the runner is coming home, and he is cut down at the plate. Coach was trying to steal a run there, I think, Mitch, and catch him. And we got the out at second and then the out at home. We're going to the top of the fourth inning, score 0-0.
What better feeling than watching your son or daughter pitch their best game, catch the game-winning out, or crush a stand-up double? That comes with talent and long hours of hard work that got them there. That's exactly where Legacy Performance Academy comes in, matching the hours of work, drive, and dedication to help your athlete build a legacy that lasts. Contact Legacy Performance Academy at 636-579-7346, located at 633 Goddard Avenue in Chesterfield, Missouri.
That in the inning there, that was a 4-6-2 double play. I think I got the scoring correct.
You did.
4-6-2. That may be another one of those that are interesting, but I think the coach thought that maybe he was going to wheel him all the way home, and they were going to try to flip it over to first base. But the shortstop for Parkway Central's good. I've been watching him between innings, and he is communicating and doing a lot out there as a field general. I really like the shortstop for Parkway Central.
He had the two he misplayed. That one was hot, the error on the one, but there you go. I love that. And you look at this game right here, Mitch. We're going top of the fourth inning. We got 2 hits in this game. That shows you what these pitchers are doing right now.
Yeah.
And Central's back to the top of their order with Leuterstein, and he struck out. So it'll be interesting to see now, once they've gone through this lineup, what Schneider does here.
You know, he still doesn't have a good feel for his off speed. So, you know, Parkway Central, what is the large percentage of pitches that he's made? It's been outside, outer half. So I'm going to eliminate the inside corner, and I'm just going to pepper opposite field all day and take a whole bunch of singles versus trying to drive a ball off the wall.
We got time called by the catcher. Little conference here. Get on the same page.
You like that? I'm not exactly sure what the same page is when you're getting communication in your ear, but.
You know, Mitch, I was looking at the weather, not a real warm day. It got up there, nice, beautiful, but you know what? It's a nice, calm evening. It is a beautiful night for baseball out here at one of the oldest ballparks around here. A lot of history here at Baldwin. Got the concession stand going, the folks in the stands. It's a great night for baseball, high school baseball here in the St. Louis suburban area, and takes ball too.
Was for the high school side. I never, as far as high school baseball goes, I never played here. For Legion, we always did, and
fouled back
every time that we knew that we got a chance to play at this park, man, we would love it for whatever reason. I played at Thoman Booth, so North Overland area. We would travel a lot of folks over here, and what a great time, because our home park was ABC. And we played on field A at ABC, where we do the home run derby for SDL YSO, and coming here was like the first grass field we had to play on.
And a rocket back up the middle past the diving shortstop, and Leuterstein has the first hit here for the Colts.
Second baseman, number 2, Sam Sailors.
Yeah, here we go. That's the first hit for Parkway Central. Let's see what they can do here. See if they can move some runners for this young man on deck. Got some size, and there's your RBI leader for Parkway Central on deck.
Sam Sailors walked, was caught stealing. So Schneider now, and the runner goes immediately in another throw down. And he's safe. I think he dropped the ball, Mitch.
He did. He dropped the ball. I'm not sure he would have been out, but that throw almost led him into the tag. And you see that sometimes where a ball will run and actually help the catcher, and defender versus throwing it right to the bag. I've seen that happen recently in the big leagues. They always show that stuff on TV.
Absolutely. So a stolen base for Leuterstein. And he throws he's caught. And he's run down. Ooh, that's a tough one. He's not happy with himself. I know you're upset, young man. Don't throw the helmet, please. Come on. Number 28, the shortstop for Caden Dingus. He's got some speed. He ran him right down.
Well, he's one of those guys for Summit that's runs the bases for him, and you saw why. It's the first time we got to see him move like that, and he tracked him down pretty good.
So Leuterstein picked off at second base. Schneider 2-0, throws a strike there, fouled off by Sailor.
That's the one that I feel like's the best friend. That might be your very good friend. That play just takes so much momentum.
Fastball stays up.
Maybe a changeup?
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is second 3-1 count this inning. And had the single from Leuterstein. He was not happy with himself, and I understand that. That's the second base runner here in this inning. The walk, that's the second walk for Sailor.
Third baseman, number 24,
Coach just come out of the dugout and waved the hand behind the head, told his outfield, you guys scoot back, folks.
So big spot here for Schneider. Fastball, snap, throw down, he's back in. One 1-0, coach taking a trip to the mound here. Talk to his pitcher. Because he has thrown, he's gotten behind in counts. He was 3-1 when Leuterstein had the single. He was 3-1 and then the walk, and now he's 1-0.
To a guy you don't want to be 1-0 against.
Right. So it's a good visit here. Kind of just let him gather himself.
Yep, and as every time, I know that he's been 3-1. He's thrown 4 balls out of the last 5 pitches. If I'm the hitter here, I think I'm just going up and saying, you know what, I'm going to pick us one spot, one zone. Usually after these meetings, it's a good opportunity to hit a fastball. I think he should try to cheat and try to park this thing over the scoreboard.
Okay. I like it. Strategy, baby.
That's what I'm doing. I mean, I'm in favor, right? I'm 1-0.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to get me 2-0 because then he's predictable. Take my chances as a hitter here.
There it was.
There it was.
It was everything you were talking about.
Yeah, because that's a ball I'm telling you I'm parking. At least I'm hitting, and I might not park it, but
that's what you want.
Yeah, I love the ball down, so that to me is my favorite pitch.
1-1. Curveball, strike.
Good curveball. Good curveball.
1-2. Song kind of like, oh, but hey, you know what? That's just now. It's just working. Fastball away. I really like this catcher's thrown down so much. I mean, those guys are sprinting back to the bag at first base.
Yeah, so is the right fielder. I looked at back there, and he's like, man, would you stop doing it? I can see it.
Get
body
more
language.
out over there, huh? Foul tipped into the glove. Schneider gets the K of Song for the second out of the inning. That's a big out right there.
Big out.
So James Huff, the shortstop now, who struck out looking his first time at bat, still a runner on. Schneider's trying to work out of this trouble. And a hanging curveball is going to get down in front of the left fielder for a 2-out single. He hung that one.
You know what, though? Nothing hurt. Nothing hurt. You know, when you think about just times in games, sometimes to be lucky, be good, whatever. You think about but you think about getting picked off at second base. That might be the only thing that you needed to win this ball game tonight, and you cost your team. And so, you know, those emotions that you had running off the field, he tosses his helmet, he's upset. Now he's really upset. Check out the geese. I don't miss him.
Oh, a check pop. Oh, my goodness. Oh, what a way to end that there from Jared Chorlins, who was off balance and just trying to check his swing. That's tough.
He's trying to hit the geese.
2 left on here. We're going to the bottom of the 4th inning. Score 0-0.
What better feeling than watching your son or daughter pitch their best game, catch the game-winning out, or crush a stand-up double? That comes with talent and long hours of hard work that got them there. That's exactly where Legacy Performance Academy comes in, matching the hours of work, drive, and dedication to help your athlete build a legacy that lasts. Contact Legacy Performance Academy at 636-579-7346, located at 633 Goddard Avenue in Chesterfield, Missouri.
I like the tunes here at Baldwin. I like the tunes. I like the concession stands. And I like this ball game. Holy smokes, man. You talk about catching some breaks. Both teams, catchers are doing a heck of a job blocking baseballs. We've had some base running mistakes that cost both teams. And I guess they're even. They're 1-1 on making some base running blunders. But that's baseball. That's why you got to play all 21 outs here in high school baseball in Missouri. Ooh. I missed it. I missed it.
So to start off this bottom of the 4th inning for Summit, Zach Amezcua, the DH, then followed by Evan Schnatmeyer, and then Sam Enlow. If anybody gets on, Colin Applebaum. So the bottom of this lineup, I think they're a little stronger than Parkway Central's.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to talk about experience, Summit's experience at the bottom of the lineup has shown more. I mean, you have 60 plate appearances, you're hitting 280. I think is better than having 18 at bats and 280.
And that could be the difference in the ball game, right? At the bottom of the lineup.
Yeah, we've seen that this week in general. We've had great games on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then we're here again on Friday, and it's been the bottom half of the lineup. Nobody wants, everybody tries to take the middle of the lineup away.
And that ball is flared into right field under it, and the catch made.
We've had some good baseball here today. Good reads.
Yes, by Chorlins for out number 1. I'm sorry, folks. That was Gabe Sieve. I looked at that completely wrong, Mitch. I was looking at the wrong side. That was Parkway Central's. We're at Summit. I messed up. That was Gabe Sieve, number 4, who flew out to right. Now we have Blake Bell, number 22, the first baseman, up. And that will be followed by Logan Darnell. Man, I have my scorecard mixed up because I didn't know who was quite the home team today, and so my fault, folks.
What's interesting about both clubs through 17, 18 games for both these clubs, not a lot of extra base hits.
No.
A lot of hits, a lot of get on base, free, whether it's the walks, the errors, or reach on errors or whatever. They're getting on base. Both teams are getting on base at a high clip.
3-0 count, and he gets the strike. 3-1 now to Blake Bell.
I mean, both these teams scored over 100 runs on the season so far.
Got time called.
And it's a lot of base hits, man. A lot of base hits. Both got good records, so I guess it's the old ad, whatever I'm trying to say.
It works.
Base hits
and
win
a ground
games.
ball hard hit to the shortstop. Strong throw. Nice job there.
Good hustle
by James Huff. He's had he's had some rough ones over there, but
I'm gonna
nice
say
play.
rough. Well, I mean, you see him flinch a little bit.
Yes.
Right before he caught it, he was gonna flinch. I was like, oh, he's gonna boot another one. You get that slow roller, you got to evaluate. You got to evaluate there. We say that rollers, you go get it. If it's rolling, you go get it. If it's hopping, you got to evaluate.
2 outs. Darnell up. Grounded out to the first baseman, his first time up.
Hit him.
And that hit the runner, or excuse me, the batter.
Well, he's running now.
A base runner.
Why is the umpire getting the ball? Come on deck. He's a catcher. A lot going on. This is why Timberland will run the on-deck guy, or in the hole, will go get foul balls.
I got you.
Shout out to Coach Trimble.
As we see on the scoreboard, it's pretty even here. There's been one error in the game. Each team has 2 hits. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. We have Blake Branscombe now, the catcher for Summit. Grounded to the third base side and foul. Holden Strain on deck. See if Summit can turn this order over here in the 4th inning, Mitch. Strike 2.
It's interesting, just you got the guy that's a soft tosser busting you in, and you're getting beat in, and you got the hard thrower throwing away.
Interesting, right? Yeah, I agree.
Usually the lefties live that outside half.
Grounder, inside out swing, second baseman up with it. Applebaum makes the play, and that ends the inning. We're going to the top half of the 5th inning, score 0-0.
Digital marketing is about cultivating a brand-conscious customer or consumer. However, you cannot cultivate this mindset or relationship without being conscious of your own brand or how someone relates to it. Training, support, and development have allowed us to be the right digital marketing team for your micro business. Contact Red Earth Productions at 636-400-3199, located out of O'Fallon, Missouri.
I'm up. I just was getting in the ballpark vibe, man. Hopefully everybody can hear what's going on behind me.
We got the, well, it wouldn't be the fifth inning stretch yet. I got to turn my mic on. I love it.
Is this the hat
It's the
game?
Clydesdales.
Yes, but is this where they do the hats, like in the middle of the game?
No. I think they do that, but it used to be the Clydesdales going around. And this was always during the seventh inning stretch.
Yeah.
So we're
I think
doing
it's
it
the
at
hat game now.
at the fifth inning stretch, but you should have done that like middle of the fifth inning.
Either way, it's a song that
It's
when
cool,
I hear
right?
it, I
Yeah.
feel great because
Cardinal
it means
baseball.
I'm at the ballpark, period, right? But ultimately,
Love it.
Cardinal baseball.
Love it.
They're going to release their City Connect uniforms. I know some people out there aren't.
Have you seen them yet?
Not yet. They haven't leaked it. So
Okay.
there's some rumor that it's going to have similar vibes to City SCs, like Arch and stuff like that. They did just release the New York Mets today.
Didn't
City
see
Connects.
it. Okay.
It's got the NYC across it. Looks like the old Brooklyn Dodgers vibe, and it's gray. It's like got a like the
like that old flannel
the bridge.
look.
Yeah, like and then it's got purples in it to represent the subway.
Okay, so we have Zach Amezcua up at the plate. Fouls that back. Oh, 0-1 on deck. Evan Schnatmeyer and then Sam Enlow. I said that the last time, but I was wrong. Oh, there's that curveball. Ooh.
I'm not sure.
All right.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I mean, I gave up on it because I assumed it was going to be a strike. I actually would have liked to see him throw it again right there.
Right, because I thought he threw a good curveball there. He didn't get the call.
And I give you my reasons why. I know that where we're
3-1.
You got to make adjustments in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And if he throws and misses that curveball, he immediately comes back heater. So if you're a smart hitter, you spit on one to take the other.
Hey, there's ball 4. Another leadoff runner had the single last inning. Now we got the walk.
I think that missing that curveball frustrated him a little bit.
I agree.
He's got to take a deep breath and just go, you know what, he missed it, whatever.
So the base on balls brings up Schnatmeyer.
We got something
who
over here
struck
at
out.
first.
We got somebody. Well, whatever the conversation was. Oh, they have a photographer out on the field. He's not supposed to be there. Yep. Can't be on the field like that. That's what that was. Okay. Back to it. When I saw that, I was like, oh, that's what it was about. Showed the bunt. Takes ball 1.
He is tight. This umpire behind the dish is tight.
A little bit. I think he's been, and he's been pretty good.
No, I'm not going to complain about that piece. I just think it's tight.
No, I understand. I thought it's been a little bit of both sometimes here and there. That ball was up. He hasn't given that high strike
at all.
And I think it's been a good pitch there. I think some of that's been right around the midsection that you could get.
But he's fair, so that's all you ask for, right?
That's right.
Opposing sides.
There it is, and the bunt down foul the first base line. Again there, that was more like that bunt for a hit, Mitch, and we're not squaring to sack the guy over.
Yeah, I've had a few parents get mad at me when they're like, why didn't my son get a sacrifice bunt? And I go, well, he tried to bunt for a hit, and that's not a sacrifice. Sacrifice is literally giving yourself up.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's why
Turn
you get
square,
the 0 for 0.
Get that bunt down.
You're bunting for a hit's completely different.
See if he squares around again. He does. Pulls back 3-1.
I think that might be away. I think that might be off the corner because I'm a little bit slanted here.
Yeah, it was. I think it was off the corner.
And I think that's where he's missing is more off the corner than he is maybe even up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get over there, but I got a few obstacles in my way.
And he bunts it to the first base side. Schneider makes the play, and he does get the runner over. So the successful sacrifice.
All around good play. Make him field his positions, make him flip. This is another young man that was like show bunt early too.
Fouled back, out of play, Sam Enlow. Grounded back to the pitcher his first time at bat.
I think that was the bunt attempt, right?
I think you're right. Yeah.
You know what's interesting in these situations when you got guys like this in the bottom of your lineup that are soft hitting guys, and you bunt them over. I sometimes wonder if giving up that out helps.
Strike at the knees.
Helps the defensive team.
It could
because I mean, it's going to take a hit here and a hit here by two kids that don't get hits often.
Big pitch here, Mitch. Just spoils that.
They come back real quick. Coach caught.
Coach played that ricochet pretty good over there. So Schneider here gets that play, kind of gets reinvigorated. He's up 0-2, and he's throwing strikes here to the lefty. It's inside. Ball 1.
I actually thought it was coming our way. That wasn't even really that close.
I know, right?
I mean, catcher had enough to be able to frame that. So, and I'm like, I thought that was going to hit him. 0-2 hit by pitch.
1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Out number 2. Big pitch by Wyatt Schneider.
You know what's interesting about this staff for Summit? I was looking through some of their numbers. They don't have a hit by pitch coming into this game. They didn't have a hit by pitch coming into this game.
That's 7 strikeouts on the night for Schneider, Mitch. And he's facing Colin Applebaum, the second baseman. 2 outs, runner at second, big spot. Strike 1. He's making some high leverage pitches right here.
Big time. And you just, I think it's you're supposed to bunt in that situation, get him in because anything can happen, right?
Fouled back out of play.
Bloop hit, whatever. It's just always tough when you got guys that are hitting behind you that are maybe not clutch guys or they're a little overwhelmed. Like this is a freshman hitting in this situation with 2 outs.
Right.
2 strikes. Runner at second base. This is big.
It is. It is. And this is what you want to see in these type of games because you get in district play, this is what you get. Fastball up. Didn't chase. That's good discipline by the freshman.
Yeah, I think if he throws that normally in his normal up pitches, which is at the top of the mask, I think he might get a swing and a miss there because that was a little up.
Curveball. Strike 3.
Dirty.
By Schneider. Wow.
That is, sir, is your change of eyesight.
Folks, we're going to the bottom of the 5th inning. 1 runner left on. 0-0.
Who has time to create a video or digital marketing plan when you're busy running your micro or small business? Time is precious, and what we offer as a video production and digital marketing company is our service, studio, and creative skill. Identify your brand on any platform with video. Contact Red Earth Productions at 636-400-3199, located out of O'Fallon, Missouri.
It's my typical, I guess, PSA for all of our baseball moms, dads, coaches, players. Sunscreen, we are getting that time of year. You know, I'm all got red hair, so my skin tone is
Wait, what?
barely.
You're a ginger?
I'm a ginger. I make daylight look dark. But wear your sunscreen. You know, if you're out for a few hours or not, wear it. Dealing with it daily, so just my local PSA is to wear sunscreen, folks. You don't have to tonight.
No, not tonight.
You know, and youth baseball and high school baseball has not banned substances. So, you know, you could do the bullfrog and rosin out here.
Oh.
We play during the daytime.
Never can tell.
If you don't know what that means, go look it up.
I'm going to have to because I don't.
Oh, that's you don't remember why they wipe their wrist?
Oh, right.
And the rosin, they would, you know, why would you put rosin on your elbow and then wipe your elbow?
All right, we got bottom of the order here. Number 9 hitter Holden Strain leading off the 5th inning for Summit. Curveball fouled back out of play.
You can see both teams are aggressive. That's for sure.
That's quickly 0-2 to Strain. On deck, the number 1 hitter, Tyler Metz. That ball gets away from Saylor. That's a tough pitch.
This is a good 9-1-2 combination for Summit. This young man at the plate's hitting 360. You know, so he is able to get on base. He's got regular at bats, so he's an everyday guy. And it's that 9-1-2 that makes this team dangerous. Hit him.
That hitting, oh no. So that is not what you wanted there, being up 1-2 in that count, Mitch.
Not here. Yeah, I'm guessing they got a bunt here. This makes sense for them to bunt. You know, you got the two of your best guys right behind them.
Yeah, because Tyler followed by Caden Dingus and Wyatt Schneider.
Holden does have 9 stolen bases on the year, so they might do a
and he goes on and he pulls
no
back
shot.
and no throw.
That
a late
folks,
jump
no.
by the no, you didn't.
That was a great jump.
No, I'm talking about a late jump by the shortstop.
Oh, yeah, I'm with
not
you.
getting there, and you could see Sailors like, where you at?
I mean, I don't even think he had a shot. That's how good the jump was at the base runner. I
So-
thought that's where you were going. My apologies, Brian.
Oh, you're okay. You're okay. Stolen base there, and strike one. So 1-1 here to Mets.
I think now I think you should bunt here. I know that you don't want to give away outs, but you score a lot differently from third than you do from second.
Strain at second, no outs. Big spot here for Summit to scratch a run.
I like that. I don't know where these calls are coming from. I don't know if it's being relayed to the catcher, but I think that hold and that step off or that turn was to see if the batter would show.
Agreed.
You know, these
Yeah.
I love that piece of the game. They're going to let him swing it. They're not going to give up. They're not giving up the out. They're saying, let's go get it.
Well, Mets has been hitting the cover off the ball this year. So 2-1, don't take – you got the runner at second. Give him the bat. Oh, a daylight play? No. Back in.
You know, this is one of my favorites. You work in front. The shortstop works in front, right? Takes off running for shortstop, like the position, and takes the extra steps. You have your second baseman sneak in. You know what I'm talking about?
I do. Another step off.
He's got him worried.
Grader working hard here with this runner at second. Mets 3-1 now.
Probably going to walk him. Just put him on.
You got the open base.
Yeah, put him on.
Get the double play back in order.
If you're not going to put him on, throw 2 curveballs. Don't throw him in the dirt. Don't hang one. I would just put them on, set the force. I like it.
So there's the base on balls, and that brings up
visit.
Caden Dingus and Coach Rogers heading to the mound. We're going to see. I don't know. I think we got some guys heading to the bullpen over here, Mitch.
Yeah, I don't remember where these were. I think this side has it behind the dugout, where the first base side doesn't really have one.
The first base side is on the. I think it's right.
Yeah, it's not in a great spot.
No, but they got that right there. And long visit here.
This is big right here. And if he doesn't focus on the hitter, he might get himself into trouble and load the bases with nobody out.
So the visit's over.
You don't want your big dog. You don't want the big dog for Summit hitting with bases juiced.
Shortstop Dingus.
28, Kate Dingus.
Followed by Schneider. It's a big spot. This is where you got to scratch. Your pitcher's throwing a dandy here for Summit.
I don't bunt here, and the reason I don't bunt is because if they bunt, they're probably just going to walk the next hitter and Schneider.
Absolutely. Throw over. Woo!
Trying to get cute.
To
get cute. Get after
Jordan's kind of jumped through there just to get to the ball. Here's the bunt, and he does bunt, and it's down, and there is, and we got time. We got a dead ball. And what do we got? We got an interference. I don't like that call, Mitch.
I don't either.
I don't like that call.
First base coach is lighting him up.
He was running down. He says, so the only thing I can think of, that ball, I thought he caught the ball. I thought he was in the baseline.
He was.
So he's saying he was on. He's saying he was on the inside of that line going down. So, and he's got it down the line, so that's a call. He said he was on the inside, where on the grass. I wasn't watching that close because I was watching the play here.
Yeah,
so
same.
That is a big spot here. That puts the runners back at second and third, or first and second, actually, I believe. So wait a minute. We're going to wait here. So the out is recorded, the out at first. Hey, get Alex up and move it around. We're going to just wait.
They're putting him back at first and second.
Yes, because of the interference. So first and second, we're back to that, and one out.
We've had some exciting moments.
Yes, we have.
This week. They committed to it. The umpire behind the dish committed to it. That's his judgment.
Pitch in the dirt to Schneider.
That's the thing is if I'm playing the coaching side here, I don't necessarily like the bunt there because, again, if all they're doing is taking the bat out of Schneider's hand, there's no way if I'm Parkway Central second, third, I let him hit.
And that's ball two.
I'm forcing, because now all you're doing is putting this in a force out so I can turn a double play. Per the stats, at Parkway Central's turned 28 of them this year. That's a lot, I think.
Yes.
It's at least 2 a game, based on 17 games played, so almost 2 a game. But
that's for high school. That's pretty good.
That's what I think, and so I didn't like it.
So we got the out on the interference, and that is ball 3.
They're doing it anyways. You know what I mean? They're not going to let this guy beat him.
No.
So they're not throwing nowhere near him. I'm shocked if they don't they're going to throw to him anyways.
I'm surprised, though. But you're not out of trouble with the young man on deck.
Absolutely not.
So
But-
I don't know if they're just doing this because Grader, I think, is just struggling a little bit here with this at bat.
That's another thing I don't like either. Don't show the bunt, dude. If he's going to throw a cookie and you're the 3-hitter on this club, you park that dude.
He was taken all the way. 3-1.
I mean,
going to throw it again?
I understand the emotions of the game, but
Fisted down the line and foul. So he got in his kitchen a little there, Mitch.
we got the gallery. I don't know if they understand what you meant. Never mind.
3-2.
Never mind.
We'll ask.
No, you don't want to know. They're immature, so that's why I got it.
That's ball 4. So Schneider does get the walk.
This is their biggest power threat right here for
It
Summit.
is.
He's got it. He's got a bomb on the year. He's got it 5 doubles.
Jackson Miller. Oh, strike 1.
Sorry. I'm not sure if I turned my microphone off there all the way.
So bases loaded, 1 out. The DH Miller off the end of the bat.
Smell it.
0-2.
This is where I always will tell and just remind everybody it is so much easier to hit and pitch and field and
From here.
oh yeah, 100%. That first pitch this young man got, I don't know why he didn't deposit it.
Ground ball to Song, the third baseman, out at the plate. So
This is big.
that's a big play. Cut down at the plate. 2 outs. Base is still loaded.
There's
So
going to be
he
some
got-
excitement. One way or the other. One side of the stands or the other side of the stands is going to get excited here. I mean,
Yes, it is.
I am for sure getting that one right.
Pop back foul here to Gabe Sieve, the right fielder. Strike 1. Man, if Grader can get out of this, wow.
Heck of a job.
Grounded foul. Mitch, you said it earlier, and like you said, you see this young man, but see, this is what I believe, and I don't know why more kids don't do it. This young man he says, I'm not going to give you the outer half of the plate. I'm going to get in your kitchen. I'm coming inside. I love the way he's attacking inside.
And he's not a hard thrower, and so
No,
if he can get it done and miss barrels, because if you get it in, all you're doing is yanking it foul as a hitter, right? And
Right.
so the thing he cannot do is let it back up over the middle of the plate. Then it gets
Right.
deposited.
Right.
But at the end of the day, he is executing that pitch in, whether it's a slider, its back foot, or the heater.
Ground ball down the line, fair. That's going to score 2 on the 2 out. 2 RBI single by Gabe Sieve here in the bottom of the 5th inning. He was flirting with it. That curveball came back over the plate, just like you said, Mitch.
I told you, somebody was going to be excited. It's either going to be the right side of the field or the left side of the field. That wasn't a bat. I also go back and think about baseball gods or baseball. The way the game is played, and it's just that play at first base, and then they come back and big 2 out, 2 strike, double.
Blake Bale here now. The first baseman grounded out to shortstop, has still an opportunity. We got fouled back out of play. Coach is coming to chat here a second. And it looks like, are we getting a pinch runner? No, they're going to. Is that Schneider? Courtesy runner? Yeah. It looks like we got a courtesy runner for the pitcher, which I don't blame him.
I'm shocked they didn't do that earlier. I thought maybe they missed the call. I've done that before.
Oh, no, this is a pinch runner, and he'll probably re-enter because that's for the DH Miller. So this is a pinch runner. He wants a little more speed out there. So the pinch runner for Miller at second base. Another curveball fouled back out of play.
I have made some, and have been lucky, made some substitutions or lack thereof. I've actually made substitutions, forgot to re-enter. That player then, the original player had gone out to play defense, made an out, thrown the ball back in. Another pitch was made, and then I called time and said, hey, I need to re-enter so-and-so.
Wow.
Other team didn't pick it up.
And the pitch inside, and a softer gets past the pitcher, and everybody's going to be safe. That got past Grader, just kind of hopped over his glove.
Yeah, I think this is it for the young man.
I think you're correct, Mitch.
This is the second visit of the inning, right? Or is this the first?
Second.
So they have
And
to.
we'll be right back, folks. We're going to take a quick break. And as we make the pitching change, kudos here to Owen Grader.
They just made.
Who's that? We got number 11 on the mound here, Mitch. What are we seeing from this Parkway new pitcher for Parkway Central?
Number 11, Romy Wamoff.
Okay.
That's what I'm going with. What a name. Love it. He's got 6 games, 6 appearances today. He's not started a game, but he's got 12 innings on the bumps, only giving up 1 run. So he's shut down when he gets in the game, or has been shut down.
How do you spell that?
Wamhoff. WAMHOFF. Wamhoff.
And what's his first name?
Romy.
Romy. R-O-M-E-Y?
R-O-M-Y.
R-O-M-Y. Okay. All right. It's ball 1 to the pitcher, to the hitter, Logan Darnell. And that's lined into center field for a 2-out single that's going to score 2 runs, and the throw comes into the cutoff. 2 more runs here, and Summit is breaking this open here in the bottom half of the 5th inning.
Yep, those runs are going to the young man that started the game.
Grader.
Yep, Grader. Tough break, comes in, fire strike, and hey, welcome to the ball game. Nothing like getting greeted first pitch, fastball, and then send it. I like the young man's arm slot, though. He's got that little slinging, like gunslinger type motion for the young man on the mound.
So that's 4 RBIs now from your 5 and 6 hitters, Mitch. that depth in the production in the depth of your lineup. And we're going to see Blake Branscombe, the catcher, first and third, still 2 outs. And that ball is lined into right field. That's going to be a big hit, and we're going to see first and third here and a run scored.
Well, the runners on base are his now. But that will end the starting pitcher for Parkway Central's night right there. 2 pitches, 2 barrels, 2 opposite field. They're feeling it, huh? It's interesting how a game changes in emotions. You're riding such a big high. You get 2 outs after the bunt situation, the obstruction.
Showing the bunt from number 24, Holden Strain.
I like what the pitcher did there.
Who started all this with a hit by pitch.
There's a 2-strike hit by pitch, right?
Yeah, and he was the second out of the inning. And that's a ball low.
I like what
2-0.
Whamoff did to start this at bat, though. He got ambushed by 2 heaters, then gets ambushed. So naturally comes out, flips that off speed. I like the approach. I'm not sure again who's calling pitches, but I like what they did there.
That ball's up. The runner takes the base. Is that an SB? So we got second and third, 2 outs. Strain at the plate, takes a strike, 3-1.
Here's the thing about young people. Stuff's hitting the fan, right? This inning, nobody communicated that he took off early.
Right.
You cannot fall asleep.
Off the end of the bat.
It's so very hard to get the last 6 out of the game, 6 outs of a game.
It is, Mitch.
It's a long inning. You might be able to come out and scratch 2-3 runs next half inning. You can't give away opportunities, and he could have told him to step off or whatever, but this is where I don't like the first and third situations, just holding on to it. A little duck fart single scores 2 now.
Right, because they're running on the pitch. And a swing and a miss. So Whamoff gets the strikeout to end the inning, but not before Summit scores 5 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. We're going to the top of the 6th, 5-0 Falcons.
REP has a full digital marketing team focused on the micro business owner and entrepreneur. Digital marketing at a professional level should be accessible and affordable to the micro business community. Our team is here to provide that for your business. Contact Red Earth Productions at 636-400-3199, located out of O'Fallon, Missouri.
I actually like what's happening here, both from the umpire. If you guys can see down the first base side, the young man is actually going to the umpire trying to get an explanation on the bunt play when they called them out for the interference or obstruction, whichever one it is. Because sometimes I forget. I should know that by now. But I like that he went out there and actually had a conversation with the umpire to actually get kind of a better idea of the rule or that call, and then hustled out there, didn't argue. Just some information. I think it's always good to go to the guy that knows the rules the best, or should, and get the information. 22 for Parkway Central leading off.
We're back to the top of the order here with Loiterstein. The numbers for Owen Grader: 4 2/3, 6 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned, 3 base on balls, and a strikeout. And he pitched effectively.
I think some of that's just it's a casualty. I don't think those numbers are an indication of how he pitched.
Right.
I know when you chalk it up at the end of the day, and his ERA is whatever it may be, but that he pitched a whale of a game.
I agree, Mitch.
And he almost dodged another bullet, but he was flirting with it all night, though.
Yes.
And it's just a matter of time if you just keep plugging. But the play at first base, I thought, oh man, he might get out of it.
I did too.
Yep. And then it just That's baseball.
We got time called.
Ear. It's communication. Can't hear him.
No, I didn't hear what he said. I
No,
didn't hear what he
it's
said.
he can't hear him in the earpiece.
Oh, okay. So the comm
Yep.
went down.
I'm curious.
Probably he had a battery, went dead. I'd imagine battery just went dead, so we got to go the old-fashioned route.
I'm actually shocked that the umpire's not going out there with him. I don't think this shouldn't count as a mound visit because it's a equipment thing. But usually umpires go out there and make sure they're not spitting information. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, so we're back at it. 6th inning, leading off, Loderstein. I think we had a pitch, didn't we? Swing and a miss? No,
Nope.
no pitch.
That was
First
it.
pitch.
First
Strike
pitch.
one.
Swinging.
I must have been seeing things, Mitch. And that ball is popped into shallow.
What a
Oh,
route.
what a run on that. What a catch out there by number 24, Holden Strain, taking away a base hit from Loderstein.
You can see why that man has the stolen bases for Summit. I didn't think there was a chance at all.
I didn't either, Mitch.
Yep, and then he like caught it waist high at that. He didn't even shoestring it.
Did the Willie Mays.
The Willie Mays Hayes.
The Willie Mays Hayes. Sam Saylor. Strike one. Excuse me, ball one. I got all messed up there with Willie Mays Hayes.
Well, it wasn't Willie Mays. It had to be Willie Mays Hayes, because there's no way Willie Mays making. He makes that catch
2-1. Yes.
Let's talk about that. Do you think that catch over the shoulder,
Swing and a miss. Strike one.
or is that great of a play, or was it in the situation it was in?
I think it's both. I think it's both. Too, man. Look at the gloves. It ain't like the gloves we got today. They're 18 inches long, you know.
It's like the glove that's out beyond the fountains over at Kansas City,
Exactly.
or the big old glove out in San Francisco on left field.
Strike two. Good pitch on the outer
That's
half.
funny.
I mean, come on.
You're right. I mean, I didn't think much about the glove, but you see that over the shoulder catch.
And that's ball four. So a one-out walk for Saylor. That's his third time on base. He's been on base all three times, and all three have been walks.
Set and sail. That's what Drew's over there.
We're going to give some love to the crack crew after that one for Drew. We get folks the pictures. Our crew here bringing the game to you.
I think this is it.
Drew Klutz, Lauren Klutz. Yes, it is a family affair. That is my daughter, my son-in-law. They work very hard bringing you the pictures, setting up all the equipment, getting you the graphics, keeping the score up for you. Everything here directed and put out here from these two fine folks. We appreciate you.
Sometimes.
Oh, Mitch threw that in there. So we got a pitching change here.
Number 13, Carter Nagel.
Carter Nagel coming in, number 13.
That's what I had going out there. I'm not sure if that was the person who was going out.
So Snyder
Nope, that is
pitched
not.
a heck of a game.
That's
Number
number four.
4 is coming in, Mitch.
Gabe Sieve.
He was at Gabe C was at in left field. Excuse me, right field.
They got a couple of changes. There's a third baseman going in, so the pitcher went to third. Just getting some stats, reading some stats on Gabe. Gabe's 1-1 on the year. He's got 4 starts, 4 appearances. This will be his 5th, first in relief. He's got 16 innings pitched on the season has given up 7 earned. What I like the most here is the 17 Ks in those innings. So he's another kid averaging a K per inning for this Summit group. Right off the bat, it looks like he's got a little velocity for Summit.
The book on Schneider for tonight, 5 1/3 innings. 2 hits, 0 runs, 0 earned. Of course, it's 0 runs. Didn't need to say that. 4 base on balls and 8 Ks, Mitch. He was pretty money.
How many runs? How many earned? Zeros?
0.
Yep. And you call them the crack engineers.
Oh, man. Oh, mercy. So let's see if who went to right field.
Well, the pitcher went to third.
Okay, so Schneider's at third.
And I cannot see that far.
It looks like Darnell,
It's somebody
Logan
from
Darnell went to
Summit.
first base. You still have number 2. We didn't say that. Zach Wyatt is the second baseman. He's been DH for. He was the one that was DH for. Zach Wyatt is at second base, and I'm sorry I didn't say that sooner. And I can't tell who's out there in right field. We'll try and get that for you. So we got the change on the infield. Darnell at first, Schneider at third.
There's a left-hander in left field now.
There is. Curveball, strike 1, 2. Sun Min Song.
He didn't even showcase that pitch really during warm-ups.
That looks like Strain moved over to right. Strike 2. Yes, the Strain moved right, so the new player is in left field. Saylor leads off. Fastball up. 1-2. So it looks like Steve's got a little pop in that arm, or a little zip in that arm.
Well, he's got confidence.
Yeah. Slider away.
I like it. He's got confidence in it, that's for sure, and in his ability. I think that's what you just like as a coach in general. You know, sometimes it bothers me as an old guy, you know, I got that mentality still when they go out there and they throw 80 poo and they think that they're hot stuff.
Yeah.
But if they get outs, you know, they are.
Yeah.
They are just that. And
right.
that's what we do, you know. You want your pitchers to do that.
Well, you know, because the sexy thing is 90. But, man, if you can throw in the low 80s with good secondary stuff, you can get a lot of people out, Mitch. Ground ball foul.
He's hugging that line
Boy,
already.
he went up to get that one.
He did. He's hugging that line down there at third base, and if he gets a ground ball down there, that's going to be a long throw after just pitching for Summit.
So no doubles.
No doubles. And maybe just be this guy in general, because obviously he's their best hitter for Central. That's why he's hitting in this spot.
Good pitch.
It is not that young man's night.
And struck him out. That's his third strikeout tonight.
He is not happy.
So after the base on balls, the change, and Steve comes in and gets the K. James Huff, shortstop, who singled in the fourth. He's 1 for 2.
That was hot.
Use
your hands. With your hands. With the hat.
I'd have had to jump for that one.
Okay, not your teeth.
Not my teeth. Dang it.
Change up.
Foul tip into the glove. Strike 2.
Look like a
and you
change-up.
notice, Mitch, Saylor doesn't even look like he's thinking about going.
I mean, really there's –
because he's effectively shut down this running game.
and even then, I don't even know if it's a situation you even should try.
And there's a line drive into right field. Strain after it quick. Big arm there. Nice throw in.
He almost
got to it quick.
He almost threw it behind him enough to, like, actually, if it was a good throw, could have maybe, put a tag on him right there. I like the idea there by them guys and just going station to station right now. There's not a reason to push the envelope. You know, you're chasing 5 runs, so the outs matter.
Right.
You know, I know that it takes
Especially
a bunch of
2 outs
yeah,
here.
and it takes a bunch of singles to score some runs here. But at the end of the day, like, don't run yourself into another out like you did earlier in the game.
Chorlins, the first baseman, is 0 for 2. Takes ball 1. So 2 on here, 2 outs. Got an opportunity maybe to get a run here. 5-hitter. Big swing and a miss. Strike 1. That was a fence swing.
Does him no good. You can't hit a 6-run homer here.
Good pitch on the outside. 1-2.
I think I would like to see Snyder down there play regular depth in this situation with the lefty up. Big, look at the gap.
A little soft outside. Looks like a changeup kind of got away from him.
All he's got to do is poke it over there to keep the inning alive, you know.
Right.
I'd like to see him off the line. At least in this situation. Again, they're chasing 5, so a double doesn't hurt you. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I would rather take away the little bleeder to 5-6. You know, the 6-hopper on the infield's going to get through with how big that gap is over there. So I'd like to see that.
Just try and shorten up.
Well, if I'm the hitter and they keep throwing me outside, I'm just looking to punch in that gap anyways.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
You're
Now,
at 2 strikes right now. You don't need that big swing.
yeah, that's why I'd like to see the third baseman in the gap.
And that ball's in the dirt. And the runner, Saylor, takes advantage. Good jump on that. Huff did not follow. That's a great jump. That's a great read.
Yep, you always clinch a little bit when you go take off and you're, potential a third out at third base. But you better be making sure that's a fact.
It's bold.
Yeah, because you don't want to make the last out there. That's the Little League rule, right? That's the golden rule of baseball. Don't make the first and third there.
Exactly.
Out at third.
Out at third. But I guess you could say don't make it out at home either.
Well, anywhere. Just anywhere.
Well,
don't make an out.
Don't make an out. Runner goes. Popped. Foul, and that's going to get out of play. And we're going to do it again, 3-2. 2 outs.
Yeah, this it just there's things that again, sitting on this side, I get to see. There's no reason to hold the young man on. It's 3-2, 2 outs. He's holding him on at first. He's a lefty up. If he pulls the baseball, just don't like it.
You got Chorlin's having an at bat here, staying alive, working hard.
Coach has got to help him over there, tell him to get behind. I have been that guy before that's like telling other teams, it's 3-2, 2 outs. You don't have to hold my guy on.
Oh,
but it
big
won't matter.
Swing and a miss. Fastball up in the zone and ends the threat here in the top of the 6th inning. We're going to the bottom of the 6th, score 5-0 Falcons.
Digital marketing is about cultivating a brand-conscious customer or consumer. However, you cannot cultivate this mindset or relationship without being conscious of your own brand or how someone relates to it. Training, support, and development have allowed us to be the right digital marketing team for your micro business. Contact Red Earth Productions at 636-400-3199, located out of O'Fallon, Missouri.
Well, the one thing that I've noticed about tonight in the Summit pitchers, they got some talent in their arms. The young man at Snyder that just started the game and this young man here coming in and trying to close it. Like I said earlier, it's his first time he's come in a relief role. And, man, that combination looks pretty good.
Catch up some scores here. Jackson over Fox 2-1. Timberland loses to Zumwalt West 4-3. Liberty beats Fort Zumwalt East again. That's their third win against Zumwalt East. And
Did they have a doubleheader today?
yeah, they're playing in that tournament. It's the Fort Zumwalt North tournament. Green Valley with a win over William Chrisman. Lindbergh with another win over Marquette. Lindbergh's another team you got to keep your eye on here in this St. Louis Suburban Conference.
Yeah,
Mitch.
pay attention because, I mean, just in general, these guys out here are showing that they can play with anybody in the area. I was looking at that score right there with Blue Springs. I guess they're in a tournament that's in Lawrence, Kansas. And they got beat today 7-4 by Mays in Mays, Kansas.
Yeah, Valley Catholic keeps rolling down there, 22-0, folks. They are a Class 3 school, private school, down around the Jackson Cape Girardeau area.
Yeah, they put it to Neosho.
22-0.
And Neosho's a six
Yes.
Class 6 school.
All right. My goodness, Mitch.
That's a little lopsided. I've been beat by that before.
Amezcua
Oh, I like this golf speed.
is at the plate now.
What's your worst loss?
Excuse
as
me?
a coach. What's your worst loss?
I'm
as a
sorry.
coach?
Hang on.
Sorry.
This is Tyler Metz. My fault. Tyler Metz at the plate. And it's 1-1. My worst loss?
Yep.
What do you mean?
As a coach.
Oh, I have too many to count.
That's not good.
And that's a little check swing under it is Huff. Makes the catch out number 1.
As a recent coach in recent years, there's still one at 14U that just comes to mind every single year, and that is the 22-0 beatdown that I got from Gas House, Basta's Gas House.
Honestly, Mitch, I've slept a lot since then. And so it's just not in the memory banks probably anymore.
There is I struggle with how to do English.
Hold on one second. Caden Ding is up at the plate. Caden is he's out on the interference. He's 0 for 3 today. Go ahead.
I'm just saying.
Sorry, I'm just trying to keep.
For whatever reason, I can remember baseball well. Things that happened in baseball.
Yeah.
And sports in general. I'm pretty good with history, sports history.
That's a strike on the outer half, 1-2.
Geographically, I'm pretty solid.
Are the Cardinals winning tonight? Are they ahead? No, they got the Brewers, right?
I think so. One of our friend, I'm not sure. I guess I can give you an update on Justin Dearden, who is a fan of the show, right, Justin?
And a ground ball to the first baseman. Chorlins gets it. Out number 2.
Justin asked for his conditional release from Houston.
Did he really?
He did. He was not reassigned after spring training, and then spent a few days off, came back home, stayed sharp down at LPA. Oh, that's a good game, or a good upset. But got picked up by the Brew Crew.
Oh,
got picked up by Brewers.
Strike 1 here to Wyatt Schneider.
Went down to Arizona, got some reps in, spent some time down there with the single-A team, and then just his first start tonight is at Double-A with Biloxi, and should soon be up to Nashville and join the Triple-A team.
He might have a better shot there with the Brewers getting into the big club.
Well, they're hurting. I mean, it's going to be tough to beat that Jackson Churios kid. That's another 20-year-old that's
where in Milwaukee.
Yeah, he's a center fielder right now for them, but they're hurting in the outfield depth charts, top to bottom, so it could be his way there.
Strike 2. Mitch, we see another score here from the west side of the state. Number 3, we had Staley number 3 in the state right now. They lost to Park Hill South 3-2. You know, those are the games. That's an upset. Park Hill South they're at 500, but get the win tonight against Staley. That's a big win.
That's a big win.
Pattonville over Greenville 2-1.
They got a big win over Vashon too. I was looking at the slew, and I know they have this in there incorrect, I was like, because we already know that Parkway West beat them 4-3, but there's a mistake in there that's got them losing
5:47.
Yeah, man, can you imagine how long that game? I mean,
Oh,
at some
geez.
point you just have to call it, right?
Yeah, Parkway West, that's a good win against St. Louis SLU High School. And the walk by Schneider brings up the DH, Jackson Miller, take it a ball high. Miller is 1 for 3, reached on the fielder's choice and scored a run. So he's got a run scored, 1 for 3, not having a bad night at the plate. Runner goes, swing and a miss. Saylor dropped the ball on the transfer, so it didn't get a throw down. So the stolen base for Schneider. Mitch, we got to start talking about players of the game. What do you got?
Man, I think for me it's got to be the starting pitchers for both teams. I think the young man at Summit did what he was supposed to do and capable of.
Yeah.
I think the young man at Parkway Central kind of got unlucky with some things. I mean, I know he still has to execute pitches, but he's had some mistakes behind him. He pitched through most of them. So for me, there's not much highlights over there on that side.
Right.
And so for me, I think it's got to be the starting pitcher.
And that ball is hit down the line, and a great run on that. Oh, what a catch
What a play.
by the right fielder. Wow.
That was a long way. So if you're going to give it to somebody, that might be
Wow.
your play of the game.
That's definitely the play of the game by Evan Schnattmeyer. Woo! Taking away the at-bat on the foul ball. We're going to the top of the 7th inning with the score 5-0 Summit.
REP has a full marketing team focused on the micro business owner and entrepreneur. Digital marketing at a professional level should be accessible and affordable to the micro business community. Our team is here to provide that for your business. Contact Red Earth Productions at 636-400-3199 or at www.redearthprod.com, located out of O'Fallon, Missouri.
We checking Major League scores. Brewers are up 1-0, top 7, double.
I'm going to have to interrupt real quick, Mitch,
All right.
because I love the idea. I agree with you, Snyder. Yeah.
Yep.
But I just gave Steve, and he's coming in here to close this too. Had the 2 out, 2 RBI single that started the scoring.
You don't get to these points without the young man that started the game, right? And it's usually how it is when a goalie gets a shutout. They always get the star of the game, right? They're the number 1 star of the game, kind of thing.
Give a shout out to Steve.
Maybe we bring them both up.
Okay.
There's offensive. I mean, the pitching today by Summit was great. So you bring up both of them. We could just, I don't know.
Number 8, Zach Mesquad.
All right, folks, last chance here for Parkway Central. Leading off for the Colts, Amezcua.
Parkway Central's alive over there. The toughest thing is to get the last 3 outs of the game.
Trying to keep that energy, right?
Yep.
I like it.
Maybe regain it. That was a tough inning.
Time called. It was. It was just the 1 inning, too, Mitch.
Other than
6
that,
hits.
Yep.
3 hits. This has been a really good baseball game.
And clean. I know, again,
Yes.
5-0 feels like it's a lot, but not in high school.
That's inside. 2-0. So Steve here kind of has to gather himself a little bit. There it is. Strike. That ball's up in the zone. 3-1. So, good at bat here by Amezcua. If he gets a walk here, Mitch. Oh, that's a big hack. He was trying to deposit that somewhere in those trees over there.
There's some baseballs out there.
We saw one last year here.
Yep. Lead off the game, wasn't it?
Yeah, Tyler Macon.
Good call. I forgot his name. He went. Where did he go? I know the catcher for.
Was he Missouri State?
The
Tyler
catcher.
Macon?
I know the catcher was going to Nebraska. Was it Nebraska?
Might have been.
I think it's Nebraska. I think he was going to Nebraska, and the young man behind the dish was going to Missouri State for Webster Groves.
Yes. And that's a swing and a miss. So Steve comes all the way back and gets the strikeout, and we got one out.
I think that young man went to Nebraska. The good news is I got social media, and I'm going to go on a limb and say that social media will probably tell me.
Jared Chorlin's 0 for 3 today. Oh, excuse me. Evan Schnatmeyer, who is 0 for 1. He has the sacrifice and rips a shot down the line, foul.
Oh, thought that was fair.
Boy, he just made that big play in right field and he jumped all over that first pitch, just couldn't keep it fair.
It's usually how it works, right?
It's hard to keep that pitch inside. Get your hands in and keep that ball fair.
It is. You usually have the big hook. Tyler is actually at Mizzou.
Excuse me?
He's at Mizzou.
He's at Mizzou. Curveball. Stays up. Ball 1. 1-1 here to Schnatmeyer.
I swore he was going to Nebraska.
Yeah. Might have been. May have decommitted. Fouled straight back. 1-2. Steve in control of this at bat here, trying to finish this for the Falcons. Slider just ran off the plate a little too far. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Strike out number 2 here in the top of the 7th inning. For the closer here, Gabe Steve.
I didn't know this, though. Of course, you have bios on pages, so I was looking up to see how he was doing at Mizzou, and he hasn't had opportunity yet, so I'm assuming redshirt. His dad, Leland Macon, played 4 years with the Texas Rangers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, studying business at Mizzou.
Sammy Enlow takes a swing and a miss, strike 1. The left fielder 0 for 2. Gotta love Steve getting out here and getting on top.
Yep.
He just reared back and threw it by him right there, Mitch.
I'm going to tell you right now, with the energy that I got going on with Steve, he has definitely got it, and I would not be upset if you just gave it to him, the player of the game, but I still think that
yeah, we're going to bring them both over. If he closes this out right here with a K, strikes out the side. Oh, boy, he challenged him with that fastball. I think we got to bring them both over.
Yep.
Because, it was his hit that got it all rolling in the 5th inning that turned this game for the Falcons. After Schneider had just mowed everybody down. So, combination of these two guys have been where it's at.
I think he should flip a dirty curveball right here. Just a fun fact, Dearden's first game back this year, he went 2 for 4 with RBI.
Wow. Of course he did.
Of course he did. He just does nothing but hit.
And that ball is popped up into shallow left field. Under it is the shortstop and ends the game for the Falcons with the shutout. Wyatt Schneider with the win. Steve with the close.
Save. He pitched 2 innings, so he gets the save.
Yeah, he does get the save. And, folks, I'm going to go get the players of the game. And, Mitch, I'll let you close it out.
We'll send it. Big thank you to Parkway Central and Summit. Beautiful night out here at Baldwin. Love this park. Always love this park. It's another night game. Cool night. Great ball game. Next week we will have Wednesday at Car Shield again. We will have the GAC South, part of the GAC Classic. We have the GAC South schools that will be playing at 2, 4, and 7 o'clock. I think it's 2, 4:30, and 7 o'clock actually for the games on Wednesday. And then we're back here at Baldwin to watch one of my favorite rivalries in Webster Groves versus Kirkwood here at Baldwin. So pretty excited about next week's games. There's a lot of excitement. It's the first time we had three broadcasts, I guess. We had 6, 7 games that we did this week. So looking forward to another good week of baseball. Thank you to all those that tuned in, and we'll see you next Wednesday.